Stop calling me a gold digger and blaming me for asking you and expecting you to provide basic necessities. I think that's why American men are single.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's hop right into this.
You know, there's one thing I want to discuss about dating Russian women and advice to all the American bros who has never dated a Russian woman before and have no idea what Russian culture works like and everything. One huge tip. Russian women will tend to look for a provider man. Provider, not equal sugar daddy. Stop calling me a gold digger and blaming me for asking you and expecting you to provide basic necessities like paid roof over my head, food on my table, necessity like necessary bills and stuff.
I will not look for you. I will not pursue you.
I'm not asking for a single Chanel bag and expensive private jets and private island trips here. Gold digging. I'm sorry, but that's provider. Gold diggers are girls who specifically target crème de la crème, whatever, audience, and they specifically look for Chanel Birkin bags, expensive clothes, expensive restaurants, expensive trips, expensive everything. I can make my own money, and I can struggle alone on my own. We don't need to struggle together. Together, we should thrive. I think that's why American men are single, and honestly, I'm losing faith.
She's a modern woman. She's a modern woman. Now, let me tell you guys something. There are some pastor bros that go to places like Russia, but you gotta be smart. You going out there, it ain't for the faint of heart. I wouldn't suggest anybody to go there. Actually, I wouldn't suggest anybody to go there anyway, but still. You know, as you travel around these places, be on the lookout for women who think like her. She's playing it off like she's not like that. Oh, she's like that. And you can see it's written all over her. Look at her face, her eyes, the way she moves, the way she talks. I can struggle up on myself. Oh, no. And she doesn't realize it. And then the way she's saying it with that accent is just annoying. It's like, like what? But let me let her keep going.
In American men as a whole, at this point, to be honest with you. And if you really think that Russian women are the same as American women, you're totally wrong. We're not into 50-50 kind of bull. Excuse me, we'll expect you to pay for every single date. I'm sorry. And if after that you call me a gold digger, maybe you're the problem, not me. Like I said, I don't ask for a Chanel bag. Just yet, maybe. Okay? I wouldn't be dating you if I wanted a gold wallet sugar daddy. Just keep that in mind. I'm really pissed off at this point.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And also, stop treating us as a fetish, because if you do so, we will treat you as a green card opportunity. That's all. Peace out.
It's delusional.
She said stop treating us like a fetish as we'll treat you as a green card opportunity. Listen, it's not as a fetish. The men can't help it. If most of you women that are from there are known for taking advantage of poor, sorry men, right? When the mail order bride thing was popular, a lot of that was happening from places like Russia. It was happening in the Philippines too, but Russia was like one of those places like guys were getting done dirty and taken for millions. Like that's where you heard about guys getting taken for everything. It was there. So excuse me if guys are feeling that way, but the way you come across, you heard what you said? Be careful for looking at us like gold diggers before looking at you like a green card. Excuse me? Let me hop on to the next video.
Fetish traditional women and obsess over women that are modest, obedient.
Men who obsess over women who are modest, meaning they like to cover themselves, they don't want the world seeing them. Women who are quiet, they're not loud and boisterous. Women that are homemakers, they like to keep their home clean and tidy. Women that are whatever she said. That makes a man a red flag. Why wouldn't you go for a woman like that? Like, this is the most absolute ridiculous video I've ever seen on TikTok. Congratulations.
Yes, and that's what men are going for, right? Especially when men leave. Men want that. Men need that. And what men are trying to avoid is even the woman in the first video, right? But especially, like, forget her, she's from Russia, whatever. She is who she is. But what's happening in the West, right? Even with the, right now things are starting to change, but is it changing all over the country? No. They want to keep men there, they want to keep men in the States, and they're doing whatever they can, but it's too little, too late. It would have to be every state at one shot for guys to say, okay, yeah, I want to stay. Because right now, guys are seeing men being taken to the cleaners. Guys are seeing men in relationships for a long time and getting done dirty. Guys are seeing women do whatever they want to do. And guys are trying to flip that. Why can't a man go somewhere and have it his way? And a man's way, a lot of times, they want that traditional love. They want that. They want to make the money and come to a woman who doesn't care so much about getting that bag and wants to take care of the home and have a family. And men are doing what? Starting a family with those women. Because that's the most logical thing to do. And we wouldn't have it any other way. But anyway, let me hop on to the next video.
I had two guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's. It's usually
DNA testing
it's
mandatory.
It's two scenarios where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on the deathbed and makes a confession, or they need they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type, there's no way it can actually be the father. So then they find out because of medical reasons, you mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out. He said it took such a toll on him. He could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. We see it on Moore, we see it on Paternity Court, yet we say men need to be held accountable.
It was so bad for this man, he had to quit his job. Now, could you imagine men wanting to give their child a liver or kidneys, anything, and he can't, then finds out it's not his kid? That's a double hard blow. It's like you're dying and I care for you. But you're not my child. But you're still dying. Man, that's like 3 times. Like, you're dying, you're not my child. You're still dying because I can't help you. I still gotta help you. And then you still have to help them. Because you're not gonna leave them in the dust. Right? Just like yesterday, I was reacting to a video. Actually, it was today. I'm reacting to a video. The guy did 5 years in jail. Found out it wasn't his kid. The man still walked over and hugged the boy.
You can't make this up.
Hugged him and felt bad. He felt bad because he went through hell, but the kid didn't know who his father was. And the kid needed help. This is sad, man. But this is the state we're living in right now. Anyway, let me hop on to the next one.
You, not his father. Down, baby. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here.
You see what's happening? It says it right here. She gets the empathy. She gets the sympathy. She gets everything. This man just found out the kid isn't his. She's over there crying her eyes out. This man's heart is broken into 10 million pieces. A lot of those are show tears she's giving. She's giving show tears. Like the same thing you've seen before, when you see it on Maury, a lot of that was show tears and embarrassment while the woman was crying. She's giving mostly show tears. His heart is broke. Men don't get that type of love. I'm not saying it to complain. This is real. And I understand why the guy quit his job. He said, I can't take this anymore. That's like seeing people die every day. Probably worse. Because when they're dead, they're gone from their pain, right? When somebody passes, they have no more pain. All of their pain and sorrows are washed away. You know, you just pray and hope that they made it to God. But then a person's alive going through this pain. It's like a heart pain. And it's a pain that will last years because the mental effect, it's wild. But anyway, let me hop on to the next one.
Turn off. I could find a man really, really, really hot. The second he sends me an Instagram reel, you're done.
Now you see that there? This man is writing down notes. Now I gotta tell y'all something. Let me tell you ladies something. This here is like an example of a little boy, right? A little boy. I gotta give this because this is gonna hit hard. Think about a little boy wanting to talk to girls, watching the internet because they all have TikTok. These kids watching this, seeing you say that and writing that down as notes. And don't sing, don't be a mama's boy, don't vibe to a song, don't use the ski machine, don't order the sandwich you enjoy, don't try riding a horse, don't eat noodles. This is things women say. Don't jump in a club. Now, what's the next one? Don't send her an Instagram reel. So, all these nonsense things. Then he can add to that list, don't invite her on a date to Cheesecake Factory. Little boy now. He's confused as hell. What does he say? I don't want to talk to women. Hence, what are men now? How are men acting now towards women? Not so many men are so open to go walk up and talk to a woman. Where did all the good men go? They're scared. They don't want to approach. Why is that? Look at this rule you put online. People are watching. People are studying. People from other countries are watching. Same thing, like when they bash the girls that in other countries, like when passport bros go to, they're doing the same thing. They're watching. Most of the drama's happening comes from the US. They're watching it all going, whoa. I'm not trying to say there's no problems there. But they're looking at the problems happening in the West and going, man, it's bad. And they automatically understand why guys are coming over. Like when a guy goes to another country, they're like, oh, come on, they're welcome with open arms. So it's a viable option for them. Let me hop on to the next video.
How about a trip to Vietnam?
Guys definitely want to go there, right? You know what's happening over there? I'm not saying it's going to be like that with you, but it's so wild. You know what the young women are doing? They're actually going to open markets, right? A bride market. They have a bride market out there. And the young women are going up to the guys and trying to impress the men so they can have a husband. And they're doing this at like 18, 19 years old. It's wild. Why is it like that? Because over there on that side of the world, when you're in your 20s and you don't have a man, you see these used goods and they start saying you're never going to find a man. Just how it used to be in the West. But women say, no, let the woman over there stay like that. They're used. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand. But they see themselves as used goods are dirty. Everything the men say in the West. But then women reject that here. But it's fine. Those women keep getting men. Because they also realize that it's more to life than anything else but that. We'll see you in the next video.